The Geoff and Whisp Show.
The Geoff and Whisp Show.
See, this is good for 7 a.m. right here, Geoff. This is what you want at 7 a.m.
You want a theme that sounds almost like Mission Impossible.
Oh my God, are you ready? Are you ready?
The final reckoning.
The final reckoning.
My God, if he doesn't break both of his legs doing some messed up stunt, I want my money back, Mr. Cruz.
I want it. I want
and
you
a
to be
coconut
there.
cake sent my way.
Post-haste.
Post-haste, chop, chop.
But I tell you, he's got to swim. I saw the one. I saw the last one, everybody. First off, 704 108.9 The Honk, Geoff and Whisp Show. I'm Whisp Turlington.
And I'm Geoff the Ingerman Gerlach.
Oh my God, I saw that trailer. And I'm like, he's got to get down. First off, he's like, buddies, I'm taking you on one last ride.
You gotta go with me one last time.
And we're going to swim
I'm gonna get in me skivvies.
to a submarine. Way the
I'm gonna
fuck.
be half naked for most of this, maybe.
We'll be half naked. But I did see a cut because Tom Cruise is a close personal friend of mine.
Of course.
I went over to his house the other day and he was like, Wish, you want to see it?
Oh my
And he
God,
smiled
dead
just
on.
like that.
Dead
I mean,
on
what?
Cruise.
Tom Cruise in the
Ho,
room.
ho, hey, ho.
And you know what happens?
What happened?
Spoiler alert. Takes off of his mask. It was John Voight
In front
all
of you.
along. John Voight all along.
My God, I always
It wasn't
thought
even
that
Tom
it was.
Cruise's house. I'm like, whoa, this is too nice to be John Voight's house.
My God, you said that walking into Tom Cruise's house immediately.
I did.
You said, my good best friend Tom Cruise, this is too nice to be John
And he
Voight's house."
chuckled. He chuckled under his voice. He was a little like, and I'm like, wait, that sounds like John Voight. I don't like John Voight.
And he was wearing a MAGA hat, too.
He was. I'm like, Cruise.
That should have clued you
Should have
in.
clued me in. Clued me in.
My God, but yeah, I cannot wait.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
How long was the cut that you saw?
7 hours, 43 minutes. No
Do you think
intermission.
that's going to be the director's cut, or that's going to be what we're going to be seeing in the
I mean,
theaters?
it better be what's on the silver screen because I
If
like
this
movies.
is the final reckoning,
It is the final reckoning.
then we got to see 7 hours and 43 minutes.
It takes a long time to swim to a submarine, Geoff.
And
I've
he
done
wanted
it.
to do it in real time. He consulted with David Blaine,
Real time. Yep.
is what I heard on Entertainment Weekly
Oh.
Reddit thread.
The best.
The best. You got to go to the Reddit thread for
If you're not
Entertainment
reading
Weekly.
the Entertainment Weekly Reddit thread for all your entertainment news, I mean, do you even know who George Clooney is?
It doesn't seem like you would.
Doesn't seem like you would.
But he consulted with David Blaine on how to hold his breath all the way down to a submarine. And I don't know if you've watched that latest special from David Blaine. You know what he does in it? Holds his breath all the way down to a submarine. So
what?
Little bit we're going to get litigious here, I think.
Two
between
birds,
Dead Reckoning and
one
David Blaine.
submarine, if you get right down to it, Geoff.
Oh my, if we're really getting down to it, we're getting
Let's
down
get
to the
down
sub.
to it. Hey,
Let's
what
get
the-
down to that sub.
Let's get. That's what he said, and they're like, "Oh God, this is going to film forever.
Oh my God.
This is going to be forever."
Do you think that that's how the crew feels sometimes? Like, I've heard he's wonderful on set, but
Yeah.
that sometimes they're like, Jesus Christ,
Oh,
he's
God.
going to make us watch this whole stunt he's
God.
doing.
He's going to send us a cake, and it makes it all worth it.
My God.
We'll find out.
What if you're allergic to coconut and you're good friends with Tom Cruise?
He better be. There better be an EpiPen at the center of that
God.
cake.
One of the best EpiPens you've ever tasted.
One of the. It's the nicest. You're just like, oh, that's really nice.
Oh, that's a good formula.
There you go. Hey, it's time for a new segment. We got some great stuff coming up on the Geoff and Whisp Show. Just you wait, 7:07, you slobs. I hope you're.
I wish
at your
these
slob
slobs
job.
could see the schedule
God, I wish you could
of what
see.
we have lined up. Because
wish
I'm
you could
practically
see.
pooping in my pants looking at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, we are debuting a posthumous Jimmy OneMeal song that was recorded back in 1977.
My God.
And
Rest in
it's going to
power.
freak you out, Geoff. It's called Verde Volcano. And we all know, of course, our own Jimmy Buffett, Jimmy OneMeal, died when Verde Volcano exploded.
We all know that. That's just taught in the elementary schools in Val Verde.
That's 7th grade right there, baby.
President Trump's not taking that out of our education system.
I hope not.
He's like, keep that one in.
Yeah.
You gotta
He
learn
said
about
he's
Jimmy
gonna keep
OneMeal.
that one in. You keep it in the OneMeal. So here it is. First time a clip anywhere. You're hearing it anywhere. You're hearing it right here on the rated 20th morning show in Val Verde.
We're holding strong, at least.
Number one, 98.6 The Squirt does not have the new track from Jimmy OneMeal. I'm just going to say that.
Let's just lay that out lay the
just
cards
lay that
down
out
on the
there.
table.
Cards
Lay
are
them
on
out,
the
Sally.
table.
Come on.
So here it is. It's how he died, but he wrote a song about it and recorded it in 1977. It's Verde Volcano, a clip from it from Jimmy OneMeal.
I drink a lot, I smoke the most, and I'll be the one getting all fucked up when that Verde volcano explodes. People say, hey Jimmy OneMeal, do you believe in fate? Well, if fate contains me drowning in lava, fate can lick my taint. Because I drink a lot, I smoke the most, I'll be the one getting all fucked up when that Verde volcano explodes. Say it again now, I drink a lot, I smoke the most, and I'll be the one getting all fucked up when that Verde volcano explodes. It's blowing, blowing in you. It's blowing for more America too.
Oh, you heard? Oh, nope, nothing.
Wow.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The posthumous single from one of my very good best friends in the world. I miss him every single day.
I mean, my God, he is like
day.
Nostradamus for himself.
How did he know? How did he? I can't write a song that says I'm going to die under Sharon Stone at Turlington Manor.
Oh my God! But
That's not a good
if
song
it happens,
title. Scotty, our producer. I'm not.
What are the Vegas odds on that? Is what I want.
What are the Vegas odds of Wisp Turlington dying under his seventh wife?
I gotta
Sharon
say
Stone.
though, I mean, a Jimmy OneMeal song. The beauty of Jimmy OneMeal, besides
What is
that
the
he's
beauty
predicting
of
the
a Jimmy
future
OneMeal?
of his own death,
Oh God!
is that you can sing along to a Jimmy OneMeal song within 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
You know the words.
What the chorus is.
It's a lot like, as far as I know, and this is fact because it was in that movie, A Complete Unknown.
Oh, then that's fact.
When Bob Dylan's singing "Blowing in the Wind," it took about 2 seconds for all of the Newport Folk Festival to go like, "We got it.
Yep.
We got it. Yep, we're gonna sing along. We got it.
We got the words from here, Robert."
This is changing the face of folk music. Hope he doesn't go electric. We got it.
And then Pete Seeger's in the wings. He's like, well, I can't believe he's singing a song about the wind.
And then Joan Baez is like, I'm just a smoke show.
I'm a smoke show.
Just a real smoke show.
really
And this movie
hungry
should be
now.
focused on me because I might be more interesting than Bob Dylan.
Oh,
and that's
God.
everything I got out of the Jimmy OneMeal song.
Yep. And also that signature steel drum. That's just wanging and banging. You don't even know if the notes are right. It's
That
just
mean-
all,
when you hear-
it's mixed way up in the mix. It's just bling bling. And Jimmy played that himself.
He did it
He would just be torn up, and he's just like, watch this. And I'm like, Jimmy, come on.
Because he's been drinking and smoking. You know he's all fucked up.
He-
and he's
he
out
knows
there
he's
on Val
fucked up.
Verde Island banging on a steel drum.
And did you know this? One fact before we get to our guest. We got our guest coming in.
We have a
because we're
wonderful
so
guest coming. I mean,
Wonderful-
again, you're going to poop your pants slobs when you see what we've
those
got.
pants will be pooped slobs. But here's the fun thing. Fun fact, everybody. Scotty, our producer behind the glass, fun fact here. He wrote this song 2 years before Jimmy Buffett did his Volcano. In fact, Buffett heard Verde Volcano, and he's like, that sounds good. And he put it in his little boat, and he sped off to Key West.
Jimmy Buffett and Jimmy OneMeal are like a real chicken and the egg situation. with
Really.
Their
It's real
song
spy
topic.
versus spy.
A real spy versus spy.
real
Which one of them is holding a bomb and which one's got a knife? We're all wondering.
Great. Put that on TikTok, Scotty. Pull that one.
If
All the
there's
kids
one
on
thing
TikTok
we know
wanna
the kids are into
They
is
wanna
the
talk
spy
about
versus
spy versus
spy
spy.
The kids today.
Oh, my God. 7:12 on 108.9 The Hawk. Good morning, Val Verde. God, we had a good 6 o'clock hour, but that's not what we're talking about right now.
No. It was amazing. We'll never forget it, but we're not bringing it up.
We're not bringing it up.
If
I
you
mean-
didn't live it, you weren't there.
I mean, if you wanted to hear Peter Cetera's new version of Gloria Love for the new Karate Kid movie, well, you just should have been listening to the 6 o'clock hour. That's all I got to say.
Set your goddamn alarms a little earlier.
Little, that's on you.
The snooze is ruining your life. Yeah, no Peter Cetera for me.
Well, I really set a trap. I set a trap, Jeff. You know how I love setting traps in the 7 o'clock hour. So, of course, I pay for the station, Wisp Turlington, with all my money. I have so much money, it's ridiculous. we ordered some 108.9 The Hawk shirts from a merch company.
Oh my God.
Called Ponderosa Merch Company. Their slogan was, "Yeah, we'll get it to you."
Didn't feel confident about it right away. I'll say that.
I was a little like, as soon as I clicked order, I was like, there's two ways this could go. It's like, yeah, we'll get it to you. Or
But
it's
I think the way it really went. Yeah, we'll get it to you.
we'll get it to you.
Smoking a cigarette, putting out the cigarette underneath their heel, right after the yeah.
I have been emailing with its owner,
Uh-huh.
Geoff Ponderosa.
Oh my God, Chief.
That's Jeep, take the P away, put an F in. Geoff Ponderosa. And he's just like, yeah. I mean, he's really blowing me off. And I'm like, well, why don't I invite him down to the studio under the guise of him talking about his business? And then it's a gotcha moment. It's a real gotcha moment. But we're not going to present it like that. We're going to present it like he won a prize. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's what
Now-
you're getting in the 7 o'clock hour.
Entering the studio, ladies and gentlemen, Geoff Ponderosa.
Geoff Ponderosa.
That's right. And by the way, we do have those Seals and Crofts hoodies. They are back in stock. Use the code word Summer Breeze at checkout, okay? Thank you very much.
You
How
know,
was you
I've
guys?
been,
Chief, is that-
I
okay,
always
go
put
for it.
those Seals and Crofts hoodies in my checkout, and then I wait. I wait because I'm just like, I want to wait and see if there's a deal.
Yeah.
And then they disappear because they're just going like hotcakes.
Yeah, they
And that's
are
why we
moving.
went with
They
you
are
in the
moving.
first place.
Well,
the most
thank you.
beautiful Seals and Croft design I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
and we did spell seals right this time, by the way, on the hoodies. It's the first time in about 15 years that we've gotten that right, but they do look good.
Also, can I mention, Geoff, that I did like the inclusion of the singer Seal
Yes.
on there as the Seals part.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm a big fan. I'm a
I
big fan.
didn't
It's
like
crazy.
the inclusion
Big
of
fan
Sid
since
and Marty
crazy.
Croft on the
yeah.
other end of the sweatshirt.
I understand that.
I'm a big Banana Splits fan, but not a fan of the creator.
Huge
You know,
Banana
the thing
Splits
is,
fan.
I remember, I've been I have to tell you, I've been selling merch since, my father, I got into the merch business. That's a long story. My father had a truck. He would drive around with,
Clorf Ponderosa, a good
Clorf
friend of mine.
Ponderosa.
Yes,
I
and
went to elementary school with Clorf.
It's really wild.
We had our original seltzer man who delivered
That's
seltzer,
right.
and we had your father who was his best friend delivering band merchandise.
band merchandise. And let me just, I'm to your point here.
No, get it.
I've been doing this, guys, for a very long time. Okay, look,
No, we know that.
I have
We know
made,
that, Chief.
I've sold tens of thousands of shirts. I have a very nice car. We're talking it's in the mid 50,000s.
What kind of car,
I
Geoff?
live a
You
very
can't-
nice life.
Geoff,
Okay?
you just
You
can't say
can't
I have a
tease
very
us with
nice
very
car.
I
nice car.
vacation
Tell us what it is.
in Tahoe.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's the kind of life. I just to paint a picture. I'm not bragging. I'm just
This isn't bragging.
I'm giving-
Mark it down,
This is just
Scotty.
painting.
stating facts. I'm painting a picture.
Yep.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you're gonna criticize my hoodies, I remember walking. It's like walking into a restaurant and saying, "Mr. Batali, I don't like your pasta, and you groped my wife." And that you can, well,
That's
okay.
the thing you can say about Mr. Batali.
well,
You're
that
not
you can
saying-
say, but don't criticize his food. The point
Shut
is,
your pie hole about his
You're
food.
not getting a ride on a Vespa with that attitude, Geoff. I'll tell you that right
That's
now.
right,
And
baby.
you're not getting the
You ain't
Christmas
sharing
gift.
any orange Crocs with that
Orange
attitude.
Crocs. I've got my orange
God.
Crocs. They're in the limo right now.
yes, absolutely. By the way, we do have back in stock. We do
Ding,
have
ding,
back
ding.
in stock Boz Skaggs sandals are back in stock, and they this time they do not have any lead in them, so that will not you.
That's good.
Yeah, you'll
Because
be
I
fine on
wanted to
those.
celebrate Lido, but I didn't want to celebrate lead poisoning, and I did have to go to the emergency room.
That was the Leto shuffle.
Leto,
I
as
like
they
Leto
that.
say.
shuffle.
You guys
I was
are
feeling the
hilarious.
Leto shuffle. I had to get a couple of shots for that.
That's
Yep,
right.
yep. I'm still getting my radiation levels checked from those Buzzgag sandals.
Well, and we are legally not held liable for anything we sell
okay.
or any of the what any of the products are made of or where they're made, and we are being slapped with those tariffs right now. So I want
They
to
may
see
be good
that.
for some, bad for some, but I know it's really hitting
I don't
rock and
wanna-
roll merch companies hard.
Really is. Look, talk to Jackson Brown. I use first names.
dropping names,
Talk to
Jesus.
Adam Duritz. Talk to Shattered Dreams, the band.
No, okay.
right. Yes, I
That's
will.
a deep cut on them. I'll see them at Sharney.
That's
when I
right.
meet
Look
them
it
there.
up, kids. It ain't Sabrina Carpenter, okay? Shaking a vagina around. We're talking real music. By the
Real
way,
music.
she did sue me for making Sabrina Carpenter gloves, winter mittens. I had a few of those, and so I am going through that with my lawyer right now, and we will win that case.
Best
I
in the
guarantee
biz
you. That's
lawyers.
mine.
Some
Best
of the
in the biz
best in the
lawyers,
biz, you-
best in the biz right here in Val Verde if you need it. I mean, we're sponsored by two great sets of lawyers. We've got Best in the Biz, and of course we got the Law Cousins who hate Jeff, which
Yeah,
is
they don't like
also
me.
a
I
real good
despise
reason
the
for me
Law
to keep them
Cousins.
on retainer. Chief, I do have to ask though, speaking of legalities, the 108.9 The Hawk shirts that we ordered from Ponderosa Merch 6 months ago.
Yeah.
What you thinking on that one?
Well, we did go through a little something called a worldwide pandemic, and so what I'll blame that on is
6 months ago.
supply chain issues. Well,
Okay.
we had some supply chain
I mean,
issues.
okay.
Yeah, we definitely had the world definitely had some supply chain issues, but maybe
just
if you notice,
couldn't-
I'm looking at my watch here.
Hey, would you check your watch,
Hold
Jeff?
on, my watch that has a calendar of a couple of years. I just think we might be out of those supply chain issues from the.
Yeah, look, I get it, but when look, we have your order; it is on file. We'll get to it, but when people like Don Henley say make a hoodie, make a shirt, make a keychain,
Right.
when people like Tommy Two Tone, these are big
Don't bring
names,
Tommy
baby.
Tuno up. That's we've got
Two
issues.
color hoodies are beautiful from
You're
Tommy
They are
behind the
beautiful,
Tommy
but
Two
I mean-
Tones of the world.
Gary Glitter's asking you for one. Are you making a Gary Glitter hoodie, by
Are
the
you
way?
making a Gary Glitter hoodie?
This isn't gotcha journalism, but are you making a Gary Glitter?
We did, and we you might remember outside of Ponderosa Merch, we did organize during everyone was sort of protesting during that crazy time about different things. We did
They were
protest.
really protesting about different things.
Gary Glitter we chose was it was Stand with Gary. And
It was
then
a bold choice.
It was a real bold choice.
We
It's
put
like you
everything
really-
on the line for Gary.
Yeah.
And we had some great speakers. We had we had on Zoom. We had Jared Fogel from who spoke.
Great speaker.
And he
Great
really,
speaker.
he really
Great
gave a
guy.
beautiful speech about the human capability of love.
Wow. I thought he was going to give a speech about a foot long. That's what I was hoping for. I was
Well-
hoping for a foot long speech. I'm
By
like,
the end of the
stretch it out, Jared. That's what they say to him a lot in prison. From what I have heard,
Just
that
what
is
we've
something
heard.
that is very well said
On the
in
Entertainment
prison.
Weekly Reddit. That's just
Well,
what they do.
Get it up, get the news.
I will say he was violated on the Zoom. It was viewable on our
Wonderful.
20 by 30 foot screen.
viewable and beautiful.
Beautiful. And Gary Glitter's just watching from a little cell in England.
So
And
why
he's
was
like,
I
"Oh,
talking
God."
about this? I'm
No,
sorry.
well, you were
getting
name
the
dropping.
108.9 The Hawk shirts.
Yeah. And I reminded you for a second, just in case
The
you didn't
pandemic,
know.
right.
The pandemic. We
right.
did talk about the pandemic, but I'm
6
with
months ago.
Sterlington,
yes, I know.
one of the
I'm
greatest radio DJs to ever fucking exist. And if you don't know, Jeef, my little man here, little man Jeff, can attest I have a very dark side.
Oh my God, it's so dark.
So I'm gonna need to see some shirts sometime soon. Maybe during this broadcast.
Carla's all over this.
Carla keeps completely hanging up whenever I call. You need to have a
Carla
talk with
Ponderosa,
Carla.
your
Carla
wife, wonderful
Ponderosa.
person.
Wonderful
She
woman.
is wonderful,
Oh my God.
and my daughter, Wisp, will.
You named your
Daughter's
daughter
name
Wisp?
is Wisp.
Wisp.
Well, that's the
Ponderosa.
biggest honor. That is the biggest honor.
Yes.
You would think in honor of your daughter, you would get moving on these
You
shirts.
think you would get move faster on these fucking
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Throw the
about
delay,
that.
Scotty.
Look, they are. We're going to look into it. We're going to see where we went wrong, and we are going to send you. Just for the hassle, we are going to send you a.
Better be good.
What do we got over there? We are going to send you. They're back. We are going to send you a Toto for.
Oh my God.
I mean,
What is that thing? Oh, it's a. What do you put your drink on? What do they call?
Oh,
tourniquet.
a koozie.
Yeah, it's a can koozie.
Oh,
It's a Toto can koozie.
Scotty, what is a
koozie.
tourniquet? Look that up for me. Okay. We're going to have more with Geoff. Geoff, hang out with us here for a second, but we do have to send our
Can I
signal.
just say one more thing here before you
please.
kick me to the curb?
No,
You're
we're not
staying.
kidding you.
We're not
You're
kicking
stay.
you to
I
the
said
curb.
stay with us, Geoff.
Gosh, you're aggro.
One of the reasons I didn't
Delay.
get to your shirts, I'm not sure if you saw my Facebook page.
We're not
Several
friends, Geoff.
posts about I believed I had testicular cancer.
Oh, well, that does change everything. That does.
It
What
turned out.
made you?
It turned out. Well, it took a few months, and I kept going back to the doctor.
Right.
And it.
Doctor, did you go to Dr. Jimmy?
I did go to Dr. Jimmy, who I found out he's not an actual doctor. Is what I'm
He
hearing.
is not.
No,
He
he
is
is not.
nowhere close. Nowhere close.
Well, after 6 visits and numerous X-rays and legal bills up the medical bills up the old wall. Sorry, I'm awash in legal bills and medical bills and all this day.
As Destiny's Child would say, bills, bills, bills. Am I right, everybody?
Where was I going with this story? Okay,
We were talking about the testicular
after
cancer.
a dozen visits, thousands of dollars in medical bills, dozens of X-rays of my testicles.
Which he just does with a gun.
Yes, he does with a price check gun from Save On.
Oh my God.
He actually thought it was just it was a Skittle, actually, a fixed. It had I'd sat on a Skittle in a hot car.
Lime or orange?
It was a lime.
That's
well,
good.
that'll
So
get
that
you.
was
comes
what
up
was
as cancer.
concerning. I thought it was a
Always
green
thinks
lump.
that is cancer.
It's a green
Always
lump. They think it's
comes
testicular cancer. That always happens.
Yes, sir. Geoff, we'll talk more about your balls coming up, but let's go to traffic.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
If you think I'm sexy and you want some traffic, come on, baby, let me know. Because, yes, we do have a 15-car insurance seminar happening on the Slow Ride Junction. A road you would think would move so slow that these bumper kerfuffles wouldn't exist. But would you believe that the new roads completed by the Val Verde Department of Transportation earlier this week, named after the Foghat Classic Slow Ride, just happens to be the fastest road or junction in the world? People, it comes down to good old physics and gravity. And one of those are just flinging cars through at 200 miles per hour, like a GD slingshot armed by little Davy as he takes on a very real beast, Goliath. Car after car, just being flung into each other like people being pushed to the front of the stage at a Maroon 5 concert because everyone just wants to be as goddamn close as possible to Adam Levine. I get it. It's the tattoos. But of course, I'm referencing the tragic Maroon 5 show at the Verde Dome in 2007. 1,600 souls were released straight into hell that night. And you can still hear them moaning and groaning at the feral raccoons that live in the Verde Dome. The raccoons hate it, and so do I. So do I. And long traffic story short, maybe just avoid Slow Ride Junction today. Other than that, 422 looking good. Clear ride on Soundgarden Boulevard. And remember, Lane Staley Lane is closed both ways for a down-in-a-hole repairs. Big damn potholes on that road. Glad they're finally fixing it. And that's the 108.9 The Hawk Traffic report from the Burt's Funeral Flowers Traffic Desk. I'm Art Spart.
With Bert's Funeral Flowers, with Bert's Funeral Flowers.
All right, more with G. My God, at least they're doing the potholes. At least they're doing the
finally
potholes.
down in
We
the
do have. I have good news. While we were during the commercial break, we have we have got fresh stock on those Eric Carmen berets.
Wait. Now are these when he was
Use code Make Me Lose Control at
Okay, well, that's all I needed to hear. Okay, more with Geoff coming up. Right now, it's Tull on 108.9 The Hawk. Climbing up on Salisbury Steak, I could see the gravy boats. We were always eating steak anytime that we walk. Hello, I'm Peter Gabriel for Sharney's, reminding you that you can come down and enjoy our brand new Salisbury Steak Buffet for a limited time only at your local Sharney's, or in the United Kingdom, your local Gabriel's. Only for a limited time. No one eats for free, as all of the proceeds from this will support WOMAD. My heart going steak, steak, steak. Hey, he said, grab your fork, I've come to take you home. Please do not forget your fork. Yeah, your fork. Only at Sharney's and in the UK at Gabriel's. Salisbury Steak, the buffet for a limited time. No one eats for free at Sharney's.
No one eats for free at Sharney's.
Crank it up, you slobs. We're the number 10 radio station in all Val Verde, but we're still number 1 in your heart. Val Verde rocks with 108.9 The Hawk.
What happens when the 9 members of a surprisingly popular nu metal band have to become foster parents to a social media star? Hilarity! And hopefully the makings of the longest running syndicated show in history. This Wednesday, tune in for Slipknot and social media star Ashley with a Z in the new hilarious sitcom Slipknot in This House. Only on Channel 8, your home for great shit.
Alright, oh tight, but we star on oh no, they're still going.
No, this song never ends.
Nah,
Nope,
okay,
man,
Deep
here we
Purple,
go.
Jesus.
One more time.
Nope, they're finishing.
See, that's
they're
how they
finishing.
get you. You think that's it, and then boom, and then they. My God.
They do that live so many times. They just drag it out. It's like their third encore, fourth encore.
I think
fifth
Richie
encore.
falls asleep while he's playing
Oh,
because he's
God.
so bored and he's thinking about minstrel music.
I do have to say, Richie Blackmore, we're thinking about you. I heard you fell into some health issues lately. We are thinking about you. We love you. We hope you can get your Ren Fair costume back on and get back out at the whatever Ren Fair comes up next.
If you need us to tie your shirt, we can do it for you.
How many strings? How many strings, Jeff? Now, Geoff, if you were going to sell a
I
Black
love when you guys
shirt,
say the word shirt, by the way.
I know that we're talking your language now.
I love the word shirt.
Yeah.
Whatever I sell, I love.
your heart.
I get so excited about it.
What was the first shirt you ever sold, Geoff?
Oh, that's a great question.
I know.
We did have a nice Gino Vanelli fur coat, actually.
Okay. Well, that
yeah.
wasn't a shirt, but I mean, that works. That works.
It was a fur coat. Oh, the first shirt. I didn't hear that.
The first
part.
shirt. We were talking shirts.
It is
You were-
interesting,
It
though,
was
that you
a-
started your company with a fur coat as the
We
first
did.
choice
We
to
did.
print something up.
It was a loss leader. If
yeah.
I believe
Oh,
it was
I mean,
so
That's the Costco hot dog of making merch right there.
That's
is a
right.
fur
You lure
coat.
them in with a nice fur coat, luxurious. Everyone loves a fur
That's
coat,
a
and then they
good
go.
fella's tactic right
"What am
there,
I
and then you
getting?"
whack them. Just go in
whack
right.
'em.
Just walk right in there. Just walk right in there and get a fur coat. And then
Where am I gonna go for a good fur coat?
Karen, no, Karen.
No. Oh, you go down
what
to
is that?
Ponderosa merch.
Oh, you guys are. What is that?
Oh,
That's
that was Ass
that's-
Dog. That was the new episode. We all watched Ass Dog, our favorite adult animated cartoon on Channel 8 Plus.
There's a lot of references to Goodfellas and
A lot of
Ass Dog.
Goodfellas
It's insane.
references.
I haven't
Ass
seen
Dog. You
either
would
of
be
those, but I'm
shocked.
loving the voices, fellas.
Thank
I really
you.
am.
Thank you.
First
That's morning
shirt was
radio, baby.
Jim Croce. Jim Croce.
Oh.
We had some
The
beautiful,
crotch man himself.
beautiful Vietnam cotton Jim Croce shirts
God.
that fit like, I would always tell the women, I'd say, these work best if you don't wear a bra.
I'm sure they different time there, Jeep.
It was a different time, and you can't say that anymore. And I found that out quite recently, actually.
Really?
You got a lawsuit, I'm assuming.
There was another lawsuit. Yes,
A little bit of a lawsuit.
Yes, it was.
Ding,
We
ding,
settled. We settled for, actually, you wouldn't believe this, but we settled for a vintage shirt that they wanted, and it turned out to be a beautiful shirt. Loggins and Messina had a wonderful shirt, and so we gave him the Loggins and Messina shirt. We gave the beautiful.
Was it those
woman.
ones where Loggins crossed out Messina's face and he said, "I'm done with you"?
That's right.
And
yes.
it's just a dead stock of that. That's
And he just handed it to Messina right in the middle of the show.
This is how I feel about you now.
He hated Messina. I remember going over into Loggins' house, and Loggins in that time, how you
Was he living on the house at Pooh Corner in Val Verde?
No, but he had instead of a couch, he had a hot tub in the middle of his living room.
Oh, he better.
Really?
And he was completely nude. And by the way, if he was 13 inches, he was, he had a big penis, is what I'm saying.
I think that's what you're really trying to get to.
We
there,
weren't
Jeep.
sure if you were saying he had a big penis, but it's
He
good
did.
to know that he
Yes,
has
he
was like,
greeted
how long
me
does
with
this
his
guitar neck?
big penis. Yes.
I mean,
check it out.
unbelievably skinny man, so I would imagine just a long schlong. Just
Yeah, you see that online a lot. It is typically the skinny men with have the large penises. Yes.
You do see that online
penis.
a fair amount. That is true.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, go ahead, guys. Yeah.
No, well, we got to do. Hold
Yeah.
that thought there, Jeep. I did admit. I do have to say.
Sorry, I'm just checking stock here. I
do
got a
have
lot
to
of
say-
orders coming in here.
We got a few promo.
Well, we got any Pablo Cruz? I'm seeing 4 Pablo Cruz shirts
Well, nobody wants
that
that.
need to go to. Okay, those that need to
Hell?
go to Italy.
Oh,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So hell.
Big Pablo fan base in Italy.
Just telling
God.
Carla over there. We got
good.
Pablo.
Say hi to
Cruz.
Carla for us.
Say hi to
That'd be
Carla.
really great. We got
Little
some
known fact,
promo.
Carla from Cheers was based on your wife.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
A true
That's just
story.
a
Yes.
little known fact.
True story. Yes.
True story.
And I
There's
did the
nothing
rap.
more to say about it. It's just a fact. You just deal with it, people.
And
I
did-
also
yes.
heard that the Fraser Crane character was also based on your wife.
Yes. True story. Yes.
True
fact.
story.
Yeah.
True story. That's just a fact. Okay,
And
we got
I
some.
also heard Cliff
Oh, here it
Clavin's
goes.
mother based on you.
True story. Yes. True story.
True
fact.
story. Great.
Well,
This is
true
wonderful.
story.
True story
Ring a
fact.
ding, 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 ding. I got to tell you right now, the Geoff and Whisp show is brought to you this morning by Val Verde's home for everything blue jeans. The Jean Genie. Jeannie Helderson knows what jeans you want, and Jeannie knows what the fuck she's doing now. She's been the jean stylist for celebrities like Jay Leno and George Lucas for over 40 years. You need
Beautiful
blue
breasts. Beautiful breasts on
you
her as
cannot
well.
say that, Jeef. You cannot say, especially in a bot spot.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Scotty, can we get Best in the
Scotty?
Biz lawyers on the horn for Gene
Also, throw
Fear?
the delay, Scotty. Christ.
Big
Okay.
round ones.
No, we know that. Okay, three.
Digging a hole some more, Chief.
3, 2, 1, Chief. For celebrities like Jay Leno and George Lucas for over 40 years, you need blue jeans tailored to your weird body. You got to go to the Genie, 876 Hog Street, Val Verde. Hopefully, Scotty did the delay catch and loop. Okay, good. Good. That's how radio works, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't want to be
forgot.
talking about her big round ones, if you know what I mean. God
Well,
damn it.
she was
the
beautiful.
delay
By the
certainly
way-
didn't build up for that.
No. She did fuck Mark Knopfler, though.
Oh,
Yes, she
Oh,
did.
well,
and
I
I don't
mean,
think he
come
knows
on.
about it.
he does. What, he didn't know about it? It was a darkened room after like a Wembley show?
No, her husband didn't know about it.
Oh, her husband.
Oh, her
He
husband.
knows
That's
about
good
it
because you
now.
want Knopfler to know about it. He walks
Yeah.
in with his finger picking, and then all of a sudden he's.
Oh, God.
If
I
you
would
know
have
what I
sex with
mean.
him. I would
He's
have.
talking about that type of finger picking. Cake stands.
There we go, our dirtbag sidekick,
Dirtbag
Kickstand,
sidekick over
weighing
there.
in for the first time all morning. I was like, is he here?
I think he was
He's-
passed out drunk, but he
Cake
just heard Knopfler,
stand?
and
Here. Oh,
you
get
know
him going.
Cake Stand is a big Knopfler.
Loves the Knopf. Loves
Yes,
the
yes.
Knopf.
People ask me, how lucrative is this merch business? And I say, I own 4 jet skis.
Oh, my God.
So fuck you. Is what I say. I love saying
You're-
that to people.
You got a house out on Greg Lake. You got a house out on Greg Lake. You're just taking one out, crashing it.
I just do laps.
Second.
do laps.
Crash it.
Laps.
That's
How
what I
often
would
do you crash your jet skis?
How often do you crash your jet ski, Chief?
Well, it is quite often. I'm going through about a jet ski a week at this point. Yeah.
Oh, Oh
Hey,
my god!
but if you're selling more bread hoodies, the jet skis can keep coming. You know what
I
I'm saying?
honestly buy
We
themselves.
do have a slogan at Ponderosa merch, and it is bread equals bread. Bread being money for all you gin, gin whatevers out there.
And this is all part of the
women are
slogan.
men
This
now.
gets in
You're hearing this
parentheses.
stuff.
You start shitting on Jen, whatever, and that's in parentheses in your slogan.
You know what I like about the old days? You knew Jackson Brown was a man. You knew, Yvonne Elliman was a woman. And what are we doing now? We've got all sorts of different things.
Okay, now,
going on.
Chief, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop
Old
you.
school.
I just
Please
don't get
tell
it.
me, too old school there. Please tell me the delay caught up.
Scotty, and again, I don't like him, but the lawyer cousins, get him on the horn, because
I did just get a text from my good friend, Tom Keifer. Of course, some Cinderella, and from Keifer's Leafers, his leaf blower
Tom
service
Keifer's
here
blowing leafers, the
in
beautiful
Val Verde,
beautiful
and he
light
said,
leaf blowers.
ask him where my Shake Me shirts are.
Oh, and should we ask that in Keifer voice so that he understands?
Could we beep, 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 back it up and Keifer voice that?
We
Where are my Shake Me all night shirts, Chief? Come on! I've been waiting for them all day long.
God damn, it's like Keifer is in the room.
I think he might have been. I wasn't here. I went to go take a dump for a second.
Good.
So you're gonna answer the man? Where?
Well, look,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta say this.
Yeah.
Our shirts are made of the finest 100% Vietnamese cotton.
No,
will
you
not
have
find a
said
better
that,
fit.
Chief. We've covered the Vietnamese cotton.
And Godspeed
Keifer-
with those tariffs again,
Good
because these are
Lord.
gonna be.
The
Good luck with
tariffs,
that.
are, they're really up my ass. But however, if you order now, within the next week, you will get a beautiful, we're talking wristband, Little River Band wristbands. It's sort of a little pun. We've waded into the comedy waters with that. Little River Band wristband. It's the same word twice. So it's, I think
Oh,
That's
it's funny.
why I
my
do
God.
think that's a
Oh, my
little
God.
pun. It's not a full pun. It's just
I
you
like-
are just dipping a toe in the comedy waters with that.
I
pun.
love the idea of sweetening a deal with a
You got
little river band.
A Little River Band.
Anything.
Keyword lonesome loser at checkout will earn you a 5% take off 5% of that.
I hope you slobs are writing down these keywords.
You better be
because we are
writing it
getting
down, you
deals
fucking
left and right.
slobs. 721 on 108.9 The Hawk. I did just get another text from my neighbors who happen to be the duo band from the 80s, Boy Meets Girl. You may remember the song Waiting for a Star to Fall.
Yes.
And they just said, where are my S-sucking shirts? I don't know if that's shit.
sucking shirts.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a stutter. I'm not entirely sure, but I will tell you this.
Look, I gotta say, guys. I am now in my mid 70s.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I've
You
worked
and me,
very
both,
hard.
you
at
and me
giving-
both, kid.
Yes, I know. I could tell. I've worked very hard my entire life to make people happy through the beauty of T-shirts
Yep. Yep.
and silk screen printing that would make you harder than a fucking rock.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
boy,
Chief.
So
Morning
what I
radio,
want to
Chief.
say to these people, I'm sorry. It's early.
get so excited about
I get
shirts
really
and
horny in the morning. I'm sorry.
mean,
I
this
haven't
isn't-
taken my.
This isn't Big Truck and Greg in the afternoon. You can do that all day
you're
long
gonna be
on this
talking
show.
about
we
getting
got
so
the kids
horny
on
with Big Truck
buses
and Greg in the
going to school.
afternoon.
I got another text from Boy Meets Girl. It says, "We're waiting on our shirts to fall, motherfucker."
Wow.
Yes, of course. I mean, they are wonderful people. Did you know they were married at one point?
Oh, but they still live together.
They still live together, and
They
make
share one
music
phone
together.
line.
They share one.
They share one phone line.
They share a Facebook.
They do not make
account.
love anymore. Because
No, they
they're-
don't.
One of those weird couples who has one email together.
One email to
I love
All
that.
right, I guess we're gonna email.
Boy, girl at AOL.com.
Don't email that, folks. That's
Don't
probably real. That's probably real.
Yeah, boy, girl.
And it is.
Do not
you know.
type in boygirl.com.
That's like emailing Sting at AOL.com and thinking that you're not getting Sting,
And then you see
but
his photo
actually
come up, and he's in that
do.
tantric pose, and you're like, "Yep, that's him." I guess
Oh
right.
man,
He likes to email for hours.
that man has a 4.2-inch penis. By the way,
What?
Goodness.
Well,
That's why
this
he's
is
gotta
what
go
you
for
learn.
8
This is
hours
what you
there.
learn
Good
making
rock fact
shirts.
if I've ever heard one.
This is what you learn making shirts. Who knew?
Speaking of good rock facts, I got a text myself, which is crazy,
What's
from
that?
the band
What's that?
Go West.
Oh
And they
my
said-
God!
They said, "Are we the kings of wishful thinking that will ever get our fucking shirts. And this one's just, it's to you, I'm thinking.
They'll get over you. I know they will, but they also will fuck you up, Geoff.
I would say to go with
Violent band.
so many
the
people.
shirts are coming. You've just got to be faithful. Their lesser known single, which I prefer, actually.
There you go. They're gonna.
Yes.
That's gonna make them feel better. That's
They're gonna
make them
feel feel good that you like the B-side.
What is the name of? I know we're not supposed to talk about other stations on your station, but what is the name of
98.6 The Square?
98.6
the Light FM station, adult contemporary that you're competing?
That's 104 Very Light.
Yes.
104 Very Light, right?
And that's a
If
sister
you thought it was
station,
light,
so-
it's gonna get even lighter.
It's
with
even
108,
lighter.
104.
Very light.
Very light.
Their Delilah is barely audible.
Yes.
Oh my God.
She's down here. And she's She's like, what? I know Delilah. She also calls herself Delilah. Very weird.
All the songs are whispered as well.
Whispers.
And the War of the Roses, they do.
They do that. And that
Very
is all
light
fake, by the way.
104.
That is
It's all
fake.
fake.
I
Oh,
found
there's
that
no
out.
way
My
that's
daughter
real.
told me that from.
Really?
Yes. Those are all actors, and they are not. They are not having sex with people outside of their marriage. It's just people who. Yeah.
Well, you learn about radio on a radio
I had
show.
some echinacea earlier, and I am rock fucking hard. I've made some.
No,
I've made
Geoff, we already covered that. Geoff, what shirts have you done for the band Rat?
Oh, we took care of their entire 1984 to 1989 tours. We did. Yep. And we did. They were touring with Tull at the time. Jethro.
Wow. No, we know. Ian Anderson, a very good, close, personal best friend of mine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Sure. And we did do the Locomotive Breath tour for the Jethro Tull, and they were doing the same.
Shit.
Rat was doing one of the, I forget what year it was. You know, when you do enough echinacea, let's say.
Doing as much crank as Geoff over here.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe you could do some shirts for 108.9 The Hawk's Hot Rockin' Spring. It's continuing on this Thursday night with a free show from Stephen Piercy's Rat at Zazzers. Now, get this, Geoff. Wow, Geoff.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that works good.
I love you guys are having fun. I love watching. I love listening to this show. And
Morning radio.
I don't like watching it at all, but I like listening to it.
Oh,
Thank
God,
you.
I don't know
Thank
why
you.
anyone would watch.
Because we shit this out as a podcast because every morning show does, because everyone's like, everyone wants to hear this. Right. And we also shit out the video, and I'm like, you shouldn't be watching this.
No,
at all.
No, I don't like it. It actually it disgusts me actually when I watch. But I
I'm
love
with
listening to it, and I'll listen to it all.
I'm right there with you, Geoff. I'm right there with. I also love Stephen Piercy at Zazzers Thursday night with support from local bands. Wanted Band, a tribute to Rat, and Way Cool Senior, yet another tribute to Rat. Jesus, that's 3 tribute bands.
It's a lot of Rat. I got
It's a lot of Rat.
And but it's Zazzers Thursday. Just say the phrase that pays to get in for free. If you don't know the phrase, you're paying $75 to every original Rat band member in attendance while you enjoy your hot rockin' spring right here on 108.9 The Hawk. And that also, I do have to say, is brought to you in part by our favorite restaurant right here in Val Verde, Sharney's. No one eats for free.
No one eats for free at Sharney's.
Okay, Geoff, we got a lot happening here. We got a lot of moving parts here. But we want you to hang out because we want to talk about our shirts more. But first, you talking off, you get aroused, you getting off. Getting off. Get it?
Good going.
Get it?
I am so hot, I'm gonna pass out.
Okay,
That's what I'm talking
Jesus
about.
Christ. It's okay for me to say it. It's
Steven Stills
not
is dead. We do have his shirt still.
Tom Keifer's blowing leafers. Do you want the finest and loudest leaf blowers in all of the world, made by the singer of Cinderella? Then pick up my leaf blowers. Hi, I'm Tom Keifer. Look, I'll be honest. Cinderella ain't covering all the bills anymore. So when I was looking down the barrel of an overdue mortgage payment, I just happened to read Sammy Hagar's autobiography. Did you know the Red Rocker owns a lot of businesses, including a fire sprinkler company? Hey, I got no problem with a hard day's work, but who's gonna hire me with this voice? This is how I talk all of the time. And
And that's when opportunity met loud noise. And CC DeVille from Poison told me we should go into the leaf blower business. Leaf blowers so loud you couldn't hear either of our voices. I, of course, ended up going solo and took the idea from him. Look, I'm nobody's fool. His name didn't work in the title of the company. Mine worked perfect. Tom Keifer's Blowing Leafers. He can open up a CC's Pizza DeVille. So Val Verde, go down to your local True Value Verde hardware store and pick up one of my leaf blowers. You don't know what you got till you blow with Tom Keifer's Blowing Leafers.
Glockenspiel Pond.
Glockenspiel Pond!
It's Family Fun Day every day at Glockenspiel Pond.
Glockenspiel Pond!
Rides, candy, funnel cakes. Win a Bon Jovi Coke mirror.
Coke mirror!
All at Glockenspiel Pond.
Glockenspiel Pond!
No children under 8 are allowed on the Crazy Mouse. And ride the newest ride at both ends. If you don't get sick on the first end, the second end is bound to finish you. At Glockenspiel Pond. And all your other favorite rides are semi-operational. The Time Traveler.
Granny's weeping.
Eater of Dreams. And of course, the Dreamweaver, the only roller coaster on this coast dedicated to the life of musician Gary Wright. That's Glockenspiel Pond.
Glockenspiel Pond!
Right off of 422, on the same lot as Glockenspiel Pond Memorial Cemetery. And as Smithy the Alligator says,
If you don't get your ass moving, no one else can ride.
Glockenspiel Pond!
I hate him, but we're still required by classic rock law to play him. It's Eric Clapton on 108.9 The Hawk. Geoff and Whisp Show. I'm Wis Turlington.
Have the younger man go like, hey, easy there.
God, we went right into Tush, Scotty.
God.
What is your deal? He's on the phone with your wife, Chief. He said he's nodding. He's like, I'm talking to Carla right now. What are you talking to Carla about, Scotty?
You asking about our shirts?
You asking about her shirts?
Shaking his head no.
He's shaking his head no. I
Right.
can't.
I don't know what he
this
could be
guy.
talking to Carla about.
I don't know what's going on. Chief, if you ever got out of shirts, what do you think you would do next? Let's say the bottom falls out of your business.
It never
Clearly
would,
not happening. Clearly, now this is fictional.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do, to be quite honest with you guys. My life is shirts. I feel like, I didn't choose shirts. Shirts
Right.
chose me. I don't even make I always say, I don't, well, actually, I've never said it. I'm saying it for the first time now, but it felt like the right thing to say. I always say, I don't design the shirts.
No.
I'm merely a vessel for Manfred Mann's Earth Band's shirds. I'm merely a vessel for the Eddie Money shirts. I'm merely a vessel for Bobby Caldwell's hats.
Oh my God.
Guys, I'll be honest, I'm running out of obscure acts here.
So here's the thing. Let's just play a scenario here, Jeeve.
That is what exactly?
It's a hypothetical. It's like we're acting. It's like we're acting.
We're going to lie.
We're
gonna
gonna
lie
Yes,
about
I'm
something.
familiar with lying.
There you
Yes.
go. There
Lie,
you go.
yes, that's
Dumb
what I
it down for me, Jeff. Let's say absolutely nobody, and I mean fucking nobody, buys one of your 4,000 I've never heard of the band Status Quo t-shirts. How bad is that gonna hurt Ponderosa merch?
Great question.
I'm
Thank you. Good.
I'm not proud to say I am soft for the first time during this entire
We knew it would
interview.
happen.
I am.
We
see
knew
it
was
on your
coming.
face.
We could see it on your face.
yeah.
That's
your
the,
pants.
that Jeff. Look closely because this is the face of a very soft man.
Not very
I
soft.
would be it. It would
Playing
crush,
White Lion with a soft face like that.
It would
Oh my God.
crush Ponderosa merch and everything we stand for.
Hypothetically, play acting. If
Lying.
anything happened to those 4,000 dead stock Status Quo shirts that you pretty much have every part of your business running on right now. If anything happened to those, it'd pretty much be
And then also
done.
those aren't selling, and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to double down. I'm going to make 4,000 steel eye span tunics.
Yeah.
And you're going to say, this will cover the status quo shirts. And then those don't sell. Now you have 8,000 dead stock.
What are you guys getting at here? What are you driving at?
What we're driving at? Can I drive, Jeff?
You drive first, and then I'll drive to where I think you're.
Well, no. Let me get up. I'm getting in the passenger seat.
Yep.
Now you get in the driver's seat. Now you drive first, and then I'm gonna drive.
I guess what I'm saying, if those are this in a lying situation,
We are big liars, G.
Big liars.
Don't listen to us.
You're not selling those.
Right.
Would you finally get to making our shirts? Would it finally make you realize that you got an outstanding invoice and Wisp has got deep, deep pockets?
The deepest.
Just so full of just hemorrhaging money. Would you talk to Carla about maybe finally getting us our shirts? Is
Now,
that what you were driving to?
No, I mean, kind of.
Okay, beep. Back up. Hold on. Let me get into the parking spot.
Guys.
I'm in the K-turn. Hold on, we're lying to you. I'm in the K-turn, and I'm going to get out of the driver's seat. Oh, I'm walking around.
5-point turn.
5-point turn. Now I'm back.
Okay.
Now I'm in the. Hold on, I got to adjust the seat because shotgun's
Oh,
different
shit, I
when I'm
can't sit here. Okay.
All right, we got to move things
now
right. You're number
Jeez.
2. You're the number 2 memorized settings in the car. All right, go.
Oh, shit. Let me hit it. Okay, good.
All right,
Now,
fantastic.
Jeff, here's what I'm getting at. Yeah, and I do appreciate Jeff, for the kindness that he came from. I'm going to purchase all 4,000 status quo t-shirts right now.
I did not see. This is unheard of.
With the
What
promise.
is this? Some kind of a prank? A morning zoo?
No, there's no
joke
prank here.
on
No,
Chief?
I mean, morning radio has a tone when they're joking, and clearly this is like
is not a
something
joke.
just happened in Washington. We're very serious.
We do have the 3/4 of the Impractical Jokers showing up in the next half hour, but
Joe Gatto. Who expected Joe to show up
Joe
today?
is showing up.
I am
from the
shocked
Jokers.
that Joe is here.
But this is not a prank.
I love
But
Joe.
this is not. Oh
my God.
I know you do.
I saw him on a cruise ship. They did a little cruise ship thing.
Chief, we're not talking that. We got to get past this. If I buy
Carnival
all those
Gatto.
shirts, in fact, Scotty.
Imagine working hard enough to be successful.
No, I know that.
To go.
But also,
The goal is a cruise ship.
imagine. I know
Couldn't
that's
get
a
on the 800,000
huge
tons
goal.
of nothing but guns cruise ship. But
Oh my God! And
that's
it did sink. I've got
maybe
my
if it
checkbook
did an
right
Impractical Jokers joke about LA
And
guns and or
going
Guns N' Roses.
here.
But
How much? Thank you. How much do you reckon all of your dead stock is worth?
It's a great question, gentlemen. It's honestly
It's the fucking question I'd like an answer to right now, Chief.
I mean, we're looking at
before you do this number, I want you to keep in mind, Wiz
There's a-
has never heard status quo.
Yeah, I don't want.
Just like
nobody's ever
anyone
heard
in the world, he has never actually heard status
How
quo. But how much?
Chief, for it all. I'm talking the Seals and Crofts.
$34,326.
4,300.
Really had a number right there.
And is anyone in your
And that
warehouse
is just
right
happens to be my legal bills at this moment.
okay? Do
Exact
you want
number,
a little?
but
on
it's just a
top?
coincidence.
Do you want a little on top to live on, Chief?
You're not going to be able to Scrooge McDuck it, but you can live on it a little bit.
Also, how much is the building worth?
Guys, wait.
How much is the building worth, Chief?
Guys, what do you what?
Okay.
I
You
got a
guys
feeling we
serious?
might be. I got a feeling Ponderosa might be having some new
Here we go.
management here.
I am writing a check for
Guys.
$1 million, Chief.
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Now, this is Wisp's indecent proposal. Wow. I need you. You're going to hand you this check. I need you to text everyone in the warehouse to get out right now.
And before you answer, Jeeve,
Can I see the check?
I need to ask one question. Who am I in this situation? Am I Woody Harrelson or am I Robert Redford? I'm a little confused because we got a 3-way here, and it's an indecent proposal. And that's
God, I didn't
definitely
think
true.
about that. Yeah, I think I'm probably Robert Redford because I'm the money man.
You're definitely Redford.
You're probably Woody.
I'm Woody. Yes.
I think
But I'm
you're
like
Woody.
an indifferent Woody because I don't really care if my wife gets fucked.
And also, when you're texting your people, your slobs that work down at Ponderosa merch right now, G, make sure they bring out one print. Take one of your printing presses or whatever the fuck you make your little Vietnam T-shirts on, and take it out, put it in the parking lot, and the T-shirts you need to make 108.9 The Hawk shirts. Is this all done? Are we good?
Guys, if you're serious, we have a deal.
That's
I've been
it.
trying to retire here.
Wow.
And I've got more good news. We just got in 500 Stephen Bishop. Man,
Put him in the building, Chief. Put him in the
Unfortunately,
building.
you better go because
Put him in the building. Drones.
That right there. I think you've just had Wisp turn on you. The drones are coming.
Drones 43 through 826. Are you active? Affirmative. Ponderosa merch, I want you to raise it to the ground.
Wow.
Now.
I got a feeling actually he's Woody in this situation because he's going to be upset.
I think that kind of makes him Woody.
Yeah, you're Woody Harrelson now. I'm Demi Moore.
Okay. Scotty, are we in the clear? Okay, your building has been raised to the ground. $1 million. We told you were going to win big on the Geoff and Whisp show this morning.
There you go. Maybe that insurance will come in for you too, man.
You sons of bitches tricked me.
And here's the thing, Chief. If I don't have those fucking shirts in 1 week, I'm slitting your throat.
What?
1 week, Chief.
What about if I, come on.
Throat slit.
Let's make a
Throat
deal
slit.
here. I could give you some, we've got a
Hey,
lot of.
Monty Hall, this ain't happening. This one is your deal. Come on.
Hey,
Todd
Monty
Rundgren.
Hall.
We've got some Todd Rundgren
Not
Smalls.
anymore, you don't. You do not have
Use the
any
code hello,
Rundgren
it's me at
Smalls.
checkout, please.
Okay, 1 week, Chief. We'll see you back here in the studio in 1 week with a big load of 108.9 The Hawk t-shirts. And right now we got for you, holy shit, really? Really? We're really going to fire this right now. Right now, well, I mean, we've got to hear it for the first time. It's Status Quo on 108.9 The Hawk. Apparently the song is called Rockin' All Over the World. I've never heard this, ever.
Never.
I kind of like it. I do.
It's okay, actually.
Damien,
Oh,
welcome
man.
to 108.9
Welcome.
The Hawk.
Oh, man.
There hasn't been a drone strike in a while, so
Yeah.
that is...
I didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
No.
I love it.
Wisp is very rich, and he has an army of drones that has been a big part of the
that's
108.9
Trying to
Hawk
chill
lore.
himself out, but
He's trying to be more chill, but the evil comes out, and I guess we all benefit from it. I don't know.
Chief brought it out.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's such a great idea for a. I mean, we're out of the.
This is
We're
the
in the
interview.
real world
We're
now.
in the interview. This is the real
It's
thing,
such a great
man.
idea. My friend Dave Holmes did this.
Yes.
and
Yep.
he
Yes.
said you have to do this, and you know we both started in radio.
Yeah.
and he said that it's a fictitious station. I'm like, stop. That's it. I want to do this.
And when Dave was on,
So good.
I noticed that you liked a lot of the the promo clips that we put on, and I was like, okay, we got to get Damien on.
Yeah.
We got to get.
Oh
Damien
yeah,
on.
yeah. I like all the clips. I think it's
You
really
do.
funny
You
idea.
do. Thank you.
Yeah.
You. Where?
Yeah.
So where did you start in radio?
I started in Springfield, Massachusetts, when I was 14. I got an internship at a adult contemporary Light FM station.
Nice.
In Western Mass, and I would intern there during the summer, and then during when I was in high school, they put me on air on the overnight on Saturday nights, and so I do midnight to 6 a.m.
Yes.
And it was pretty wild. But I'm like a 15-year-old kid, and I'm playing Richard Marx, Michael Bolton, Celine Dion, Seals and Crofts.
when we can be friends?
Totally, and it's like now I ended up I like that music, and so
I
it's
love
like
that
it's
music.
great.
yeah,
That's why I only recommended the Boy Meets Girl song or whatever because it's been coming up so much for me on TikTok, and I'm like,
Such a great song.
Waiting for a star to fall.
yeah, that's
And
such a great song.
I really went down a fucking hole, looking up all the
I
information.
think I had never
on
heard
them.
that song until my buddy Mike Pace when he made his Spago Rock playlist when he came up.
Yeah,
with
that song was originally they wrote it for Whitney Houston because they
That
wrote "I Want to
makes
Dance
sense.
with Somebody"
Yes.
and then they wrote "How Will I Know," that
Yeah.
and so I guess what's his name Clive Davis.
Clive
said, "No,
Davis.
that's not a song for
Get the fuck out of here with that song.
yeah the fuck
not
out
for
of my
Whitney.
office."
Clearly,
But,
Clive Davis is the voice that I'm doing right now. So, okay, you started on Light, which is fucking amazing. Such a fun.
And they, by the way, they would do New England love songs from 7 p.m. to midnight, and it was like a DJ who would like play love songs. It was like a Delilah, right? And
Yeah.
people would call in and they'd say, and Chris, and we're you want to say something to Hazel? Yeah, Hazel, I'm so sorry. I want to make it up to you, and I hope this does it. No matter where you go, I will always be whatever, And it's Richard Marx. All right, that's it. Here it is for you on New England Love Songs. And so eventually, like after a year, that guy like was sick one night, and I was like a 16-year-old consoling women in their 30s and 40s and 50s. It was such a crazy situation, and so but that's why I love all that music. Is so great.
It's so good. I have a Spotify playlist because I connect that type of music to me being in my mom worked at an orthopedic office.
Yeah.
And all the women in there, that's what they would listen to.
Yes.
And so it's like I go in after school to see mom, and like the speakers overhead are like distorting and blasting fucking Mandolin Rain.
Right.
Bruce Hornsby in the Range.
Yeah.
And it's like there's something about that music that just makes my heart feel good.
I totally feel the same way. In fact, like that was the thing back then. There was no Spotify or anything, so it was just you just pump a radio station, and typically it was like the least offensive, whatever that everyone could agree on, and everyone pretty much likes Phil Collins. If you hate Phil Collins, you're like, he's all right, but you're never like, I can't stand it. So
not my friend if you say that.
We're probably two of the biggest Phil fans you're ever going to run into in your life.
You're looking at a third right here, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is something oddly comforting in the dentist that I go to out here.
Yeah.
They still play light FM radio station, Coast FM out here. I'll hear like Cutting Crew, Just Died in Your Arms Tonight, while I'm waiting to get a bridge. And it's just fucking heaven. I almost just want to go.
I'm a metal and hardcore kid, and what I spend most of my time, as Jason knows, looking up and trying to find is like obscure Windham Hill records, and ambient music, and basically everything we're talking about. Like
it is amazing. Like I love music. It's like it's my favorite thing in the world. But it is amazing to sort of like at that time I thought, God, I was a little ashamed of liking that music. I thought it was like corny and easy and cheesy, and like the lyrics were corny, and then like now compared to like pop music, and maybe this is just a result of getting older. I'm sure a part of it is, but the way those songs were made and the players and the musicians on those songs, they are like top musicians, session guys. The writers are all, these brilliant songwriters who wrote these songs that even, 13-year-olds now, they're like, they're singing to Whitney Houston when it comes on. So it's cool to have the perspective of like, I was like ashamed of it, and now I'm very much
when you realize Toto literally wrote every single amazing song, and if it wasn't Toto, it was Barry Gibb. Like just like,
totally.
And then you also realize
Toto is one of the best bands ever, and Hydra
how fucking hard Toto rocks when they fucking rock, when they bring it to you. I was watching a clip that was very funny the other day that Steve Lukather talking about Weezer covering Africa. And he was like, I tried to talk to that Rivers guy about, us doing that. And he just didn't want to talk to me. He's like, so, whatever. He's like, I made a lot of money off of it, so I'm not crying. And I was like, I can just imagine, because I've met Rivers, and I'm sure you've met Rivers many times. He's a very interesting dude.
I've never met Rivers, but I met.
You've
Lukather.
never met Rivers.
I met Lukather. He actually Toto. I'm a writer of Family Guy, and and a few years ago they came to a table read. I sat down to read a character, and I look, and I'm like, why is Toto here?
My God, that's the dream right there. Honestly.
That's the fucking dream.
The dream.
Right
I'm like, afterwards, I was like, I went over to him. And God. I'm like, man, I'm such a, look, I mean, you get this all the time, but I'm like, you were such a badass guitar player. I mean, he was on and he asked even the guys in Toto talk about Lukather. They were like, look, Geoff on drums and Steve Lukather, like we're all good musicians, but Geoff and Steve were on another level.
My God.
Unbelievable.
So I was very excited to to meet him. But yeah.
Oh, and also, you spent a lot of time at a place that is near and dear to Geoff and my heart, MTV. And we talked a lot about MTV with Dave.
Yeah.
And, it's shocking to me to like look back. I was just actually watching clips of, this is very morbid, but I was watching clips of the day that Kurt Cobain died.
Oh, wow.
With like Loader and all of his reports and everything, because I remember coming home from school and just like turning on MTV. That was the first thing. And then boom, there it was.
I was driving to Ocean City, Maryland to visit my brother in college with the singer of Orchid. When we were like, I remember my first reaction was like, he's not dead. It was just a coma, because I was thinking about the time before.
You're thinking the Italy
and I was like, they got it wrong. And then we realized it was like we had like a 6-hour drive of just being sad in the back seat.
Oof, brutal.
But there's so many moments where MTV was just as important to me as like that cast of SNL in that time frame too, of like of just the 90s and early 2000s and all that. Just if you were given MTV today, what would you do with it?
I mean, it's such a difficult question. I mean, my instinct is to just make it like, at this point, go full retro. Like, just go, look, I mean, I'm not saying it's like, that's how you get people to watch it, but I think it would be kind of nice. TV is so complicated right now. Like to find, there's all these different apps, and it's suddenly I'm logged out of like one of them, and then I have to authenticate myself to a robot. It's like, how about just a channel,
please,
that just plays videos and has like, I mean, look, I know there's like MTV Classic and stuff like that, but just play.
It doesn't do it.
It's why we all gravitate towards Pluto TV. We're like, I just want to flip around between Bloodsport, Terminator, Step Brothers, and some MTV Classic playing Headbangers Ball videos.
Yes,
but do a Pluto that is nothing but like, I want to see clips of fucking Alice in Chains at Action Park.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what. But also on the other side, I know like kids today growing up are so in tune into TikTok and everything, and they don't even really watch TV very much,
right?
And everything. But I would appreciate new videos and seeing new videos and interviews with new people, like MTV used to fucking do, and be part of that. And it's just like, somewhere along the line, just like that dream was given up. And it's just such a weird thing to be so culturally important, to just be sitting there and just, playing old
ridiculousness
3 times in a row.
It's just, I mean, someone today at work was like, they were asking me, they're like, what even is MTV? I mean, I get this question all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know where to find it. Like, I don't know what channel it is. I don't know what they play, but I do know that like if they just loop that show Ridiculousness all day long. And
I mean, Dave's podcast was pretty incredible, talking about
it was unbelievable,
the history of MTV, and then explaining how Ridiculousness exists currently.
Yeah,
and it's like, now it makes so much sense. And what the fuck is going on?
And I mean, look, I'm not saying anything that's novel and hasn't been said 1,000 times, but it's like, it didn't survive. Like, it's easier to watch videos on YouTube. It's easier. Things change, tastes change. But there's no way of sort of going back to that time period.
If I could and had the money to buy it right now, I would buy it, and we'd get an Al TV every fucking year.
God damn it.
My son is he's 8 and is getting into Weird Al. And I'm so excited to show him my Al TV 3-hour VHS set I found that I just was watching some of it and sent it to Jason.
Oh yeah, it's just tracking is all off, and the audio warbles a bit, and my heart just.
But him dubbing over "Losing My Religion" is still very funny.
Yes, there's something about, because I don't have any kids myself, but I have friends with kids and stuff, and it's like. Something about when I hear, he's listening to, he's really into, Bob Seger. He's really into he's really into Toto. Bought a guitar to play because he wants to play. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I could almost cry.
Yes.
Currently, my
all
2 kids' most requested songs besides Weird Al are Thin Lizzy Jailbreak,
Amazing.
and Cinderella Shake Me.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Because we were
Amazing.
listening to Sisters of Mercy, and he thought that was Cinderella. And then my wife was like, you know
Might
what?
as well
Actually,
be.
Cinderella and Sisters of Mercy sound a lot alike in the
So
drums.
great.
And I was like, yeah, I know.
So great.
Damien, thank you so much for being
Thank
here. Any
you.
plugs?
Thank you,
Anything you
guys.
want to plug? Anything going on that you want?
No, just watch Family Guy. That's
watch
all I
Family
got.
Guy.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
And
stream
we'd
it
love
on
to have you
Hulu.
back. It's just been an absolute fucking
So
joy
fun.
having
Oh
you
man,
on the
thank
show
you guys
today.
so much. I was like, I'm gonna be this is gonna be, I'm just gonna disappoint these guys so much.
No,
Not at
dude,
all.
it was
It's
so
all right.
much fun.
It was a blast. Yeah, same
It
here.
was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.
A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station.
Hear and see new episodes every Monday. Subscribe on YouTube,
Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Pocket Casts.
Overcast, and wherever you get your podcasts. Support the show by going to patreon.com/1089 The Hawk. Get video and audio episodes 1 week early, bonus shows, and so much more. Get that merch by going to our website at 1089thehawk.com. And if you like what you heard in this episode, you can check out a ton of 108.9 The Hawk episodes on our website at 1089thehawk.com or wherever you get your podcasts. A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station. 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.